That is so rare. And that I've got to have.
8. Give 8. I'm at 8. Now 9. Give 9. Give 9.
13.
9. 13. $13.
What the hell? And this thing here was called a face puller. And isn't that awesome? My name is Steve Santini. I buy and sell the darkest, most gruesome artifacts on the planet. Welcome to the dark side. Whenever I'm in this area, I like to drop into Jim's store. There's no telling what I'll find with each visit.
Everybody comes in knowing they think they're going to get something for nothing. I can't get them for nothing, and I'm not selling them for nothing.
Oh, hey, check that out. Titanic.
That's pretty cool. Check this out.
What's that?
I've seen these before. It's a locking collar.
Yeah.
It's an antique iron collar with a built-in lock. See, the thing is, these show up all the time at auction. People think they're slave collars. They're actually dog collars, and they've sold for thousands of dollars.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Jim, been a while. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
You?
Good. Hopefully better in a few minutes. Well, I found this old dog collar. Kind of wondering, you know, what you want for it.
About $425 for that.
Can you do any
You
better?
just want things too damn cheap, that's all, you know.
What's the best you could do, Jim?
$325.
How about $125?
Oh, no, that's ridiculous. No, no, no. Get your numbers up there a bit.
My final offer, $150.
No,
Give me your final best.
2 1/4.
$175.
200.
$180.
205.
You're going up.
I know. Trying to get you to realize that it's worth money.
$190.
5.
$195.
Deal.
Haggling with Jim is a pretty humbling experience. I mean, every time I come here, he beats me down. Hey, those packages going out or coming in?
No, those are going out. That's the human jawbone and the lead cross.
From the plague pit, right on.
But you know what I do have for you coming in?
Incoming
checks.
is always good.
Historic jail exhibit check. I think this is one of the Titanic ones.
Yeah, it's an exhibit I designed for them.
I spoke to a woman on the phone, and she has a Victorian cat o' nine tails for sale.
Awesome.
So she said that we could come by and take a look at it.
Well, you know, they're very rare. So if it's real, I mean, I'd pick it up, but I'm not holding my breath.
Do you want to go take a look?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Hey, I'm up to the bank.
Wait, no. You have to take your daughter Shayna out to buy her dress for this dance. You've been avoiding it, and you can't avoid it any longer.
For me, I collect torture stuff. Going to a mall is torture.
She wants her daddy
to
there.
stand with it. She wants her daddy's wallet.
But you have to go.
Tell you what, if I'm going, you're coming too.
All right.
But first, I need to check out these cat o' nine tails. Oh, man. What the hell?
Welcome to the playroom.
I mean,
This is wild.
check out these tables. And, okay, hey, so you're a dominatrix, right?
Retired, which is why I'm selling this stuff, and I thought you'd like these things. They're rather dark.
What's the story with this table? I mean, it looks pretty old.
This is a 1950s operating table. People died on this thing. The side rails held the arm pieces.
Sickening. And this one here, I don't know, it's just me, but I'm getting a deeper, darker vibe from this one.
This came from a turn-of-the-century women's asylum,
A psychiatric hospital.
like a sanatorium, where women were tied to this
no
thing.
way.
If you woke up with like a headache, your husband could send you there for as long as he wanted back then.
You know, at the risk of sounding old-fashioned, I kind of like that idea. Just kidding, just kidding. This is great. I came for something else. Steph tells me you have an 1800s prison flogging whip. Can I see it?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's awesome. That is incredible, and it's ancient.
It is a Victorian-era British prison cat of nine tails, beating the convicts with.
Do you know how rare these things are? They were often destroyed because the prison system didn't want to admit that they'd use stuff like this.
Yeah, you're correct.
This cat of nine tails flogging whip is amazing. It's a staggering find. Hey, Rob, come here for a second.
What?
You've often wondered how the prisoners felt back in the day when we're researching this stuff. Well, you're gonna get to find out. You're in good hands.
You're so evil.
This is gonna be
so
great.
evil.
Yes, I am, and I'm loving every minute of this.
I
Okay,
really don't know about this, guys.
I do.
Oh, Jesus.
No more coffee stops.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, now I know what it feels like.
Oh, nice. Right on. I enjoyed every second of that. I've got to get down to business here. What's your price?
I'd like 1,600.
1,600. Oh man, I was thinking something along the lines of 1,200. I'm going to put this into an exhibit that I'm going to put together and assemble and tour of ancient justice instruments. I have to keep the cost down because I have to make the money back by admissions as this tours.
But if you'll own it a long time and exhibit it often, then you will make money on it. 1,600.
No, you know what? I'm really stuck at 12.
I'm stuck at 16.
Really? Well, you know what? I hate to say this because I likely will never see another one in my life, but you remain the custodian of the whip.
You sure?
Yeah, I've got to stay at 12. Thanks. Carolyn ran a really hard bargain, so I took a big chance and walked for the door.
Wait.
You'll take 12.
No. 13.
I'm not going to quibble over $100. I mean, I've been after one for 10 years. Done. 1,300.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
That's nice.
It's awesome. I'm really satisfied with the price I paid for this, and truth be told, I probably would have paid a lot more. The last authentic one of these I saw sell at an auction went for over $4,000. Today was a great day. Stuart McLaughlin is a prison officer from Wandsworth Prison in the UK. He's also the author of several prison-related books. And actually, I got very lucky that he was in town and made time to meet with me. When I acquired it, the oral history was that this is a British prison flogging whip that was used on inmates for infractions or punishments. What do you think?
Looking at this piece, it's not like any official cat o' nine tails that I've seen in any archive or museum. It's certainly not something that would have been used in a British prison, even pre-1870. The handle itself is way too short.
As bit by bit, Stuart stripped away everything I believed about this whip. I mean, the measurements were wrong, the history was wrong, it wasn't a prison cat. I mean, I started to feel like a bit of an ass. I'd paid money on this, my own research, my own knowledge. It wasn't right in this case.
But I know in British penal colonies around the globe, the smaller version of the cat, certainly described as the boy's cat,
Something like this.
could be something like this. I think you're probably looking at something which may even be mid-1800s.
Stuart pointed out that this was actually used for flogging prisoners. Maybe not in British prisons, but in penal colonies. This is still a rare piece, and it's possibly earlier than I ever thought it was.
Hey, Steve,
Yeah.
you're gonna be happy.
Oh?
I got your invite to the annual invite-only Dark Relics private auction.
Yes, once a year I wait for this. This
And
is awesome.
I printed you out pictures.
Awesome. Ancient restraints.
Oh, I like that.
Spiked arm bracer to cleave in someone's face with.
Look at that.
Oh man, that looks like an antique coffin.
Looks
from,
Victorian, maybe.
yeah, I'd say about the 1800s. That.
That is awesome.
You know what? It'd look great in here if I can win it, because you know who else is going to be after
money
this.
bags.
It's always the way. If I want it, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, anything you want, he'll want.
Yeah. This guy I call Moneybags, he's a new guy on the scene. He collects the same stuff that I do, and he's got deep pockets. He really pisses me off.
And he has more money than you, so it's true.
You're fired. I want to know if this cat of nine tails was ever used on human beings, so I'm having a blood test done on it.
The interesting thing about bloodstains is that often at a crime scene, they're washed out or bleached. And thankfully, these chemiluminescent reagents, they allow us to see what is not there. Would you mind turning off the light, please?
Yeah, certainly.
Thank
Awesome. Fingers crossed. Here we go. First. Okay.
you. There it is. Saw it.
You see it?
It's right there.
Wow.
Check it out. And over there, too. And look at
at
that.
it all.
Look at the one strand. It's dripping down in 3 drops.
That's lighting up like a neon sign.
It is. Look at that. That's insane. Now we just have to find out if it's human blood. Can we do that next?
Yes, that's the next test we're gonna do, okay?
Man, this is the moment of truth. I mean, that was a lot of blood. Oh, man, this is awesome. We always believed this was a flogging whip for human beings, and this could be it, right here.
I'm gonna put my sample with blood on it in the container.
Okay?
And once again, snap it off. Close it back up again. Shake it all up.
Fingers crossed. One line is the control.
One line is the control.
And the second line is?
Second line to see if it's human or not. What do you see?
2 blue lines. It's amazing.
There you are.
This was used to draw blood.
Yes.
That's incredible. Wow. Thank you so much. This cat of nine tails tested positive for human blood, and that's amazing. But I still don't know where it was used and when. I'm gonna take it to another expert. But first, my 13-year-old daughter is going to her first major school dance with a boy. I'm not exactly excited to be here dress shopping with her, but it's gotta be done. 150, 200 bucks. This one I love. Ta-da! How about this? It's like 100 bucks. It's got good coverage.
This one's nice.
No. Look at how short the skirt is. No way. Ah!
Whoa, sexy.
Wrong word. Change. Now that is super.
It's
Ugly.
horrible. It's
horribly
ugly.
ugly.
It's greeny style.
It's elegant.
It's fun shopping with my dad because he pays for everything, but at the same time, it's annoying. Dad, you're embarrassing. Why don't you just go?
I could hunt for dark artifacts and torture instruments all day, but looking at dresses, forget about it.
Just go.
Nothing skimpy.
I'm not.
No leopard skin.
Trust
prints.
me. Trust me.
It's on you.
Bye.
See ya. The day I've been waiting for is finally here. The preview of objects in the Dark Artifacts auction. I mean, it's one thing to see pictures of these things, but to see them in person, it's amazing. This stuff's awesome. Hey, 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 hey. That's amazing, man. Check it out. And that I've got to have. Check this out. That is so rare. It's an actual hangman's hood. It's made out of leather. It looks...
Why is it so rare?
Because they disposed them. Nobody wanted them.
No way.
Bad luck, man. The man that looked through that took your life. Yeah, that could go through the roof, though. If people here realize what that is, like the way I realize it, it could go really high. Gotta have it. Okay. It's a really competitive business. You have to make a plan in advance and stick to it.
So, do you own everything?
I'd like it all. But there's 2 pieces in particular that I want. One is the coffin, and the other one is that executioner's hood, because that piece is so rare. Think of how cool that coffin would look in the headquarters.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right behind my desk.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really excited about this upcoming auction, but first I want to meet with one more whip expert to see if I can finally get to the bottom of where and when this cat o' nine tails whip was used. Hey, Peter.
Hey, I'm an expert because of 50 years of collecting, reading, and writing about whips.
You know, I noticed you brought a big bag with you. I'm hoping there's more than clothes in it.
I brought you some whips from my collection of 1,000 whips.
Awesome. Oh, whoa.
Some gems from the Peter Fisk collection.
Oh, my God. That looks vicious.
It is actually a rhino hide. It's from the belly of a rhino.
Can you imagine getting hit with
And
this
that's
thing,
what's
man?
called a sjambok. It's from South Africa. It's probably about 100 years old.
That was used on people?
That was used on people. This one here is a Cossack whip from the 19th century.
A true Cossack whip.
A true Cossack whip. It's meant to be used from horseback. And a Cossack riding in the Russian army would have carried a whip like that, probably an officer.
This has caught my attention immediately. This is awesome.
That.
This is bone?
It is bone and carved stone, and there's a knife in the handle.
Check it out. Would this be for stabbing? Is this like a weapon, or is
It
this...
might be for eating your dinner, actually.
Really, like this?
It's very rare. It should be in a museum.
Should be. Well, it is.
Yeah,
yours.
mine.
That's right. Seeing your expertise and your incredible collection, we came to the right guy. I mean, I imagine there's nobody on the earth that likely knows more about whips than you. This cat of nine tails tested positive for human blood, and that's amazing. But I still don't know where it was used and when. Well,
And this is a fascinating whip. There is wear on them and age patina. I'm also looking at the work of the joining, and the style of those is 19th century. I have seen Australian convict flogging whips from the 19th century that resemble this. I would add another possibility.
okay.
It also resembles a photo postcard from the convict ship Success.
The Success was the most famous and notorious prison ship of all time. And when she retired, they toured her from port to port around the world, showing people the horrors of the British penal system.
The sticker is very, very important. It's a collection number.
Down below.
Which appears to confirm that it's either in a museum, on the ship, or somewhere else. My theory is it was on display, set up in the convict ship Success. Everything's consistent. It all fits in with Success.
This is killing me. I don't mean to interrupt you. I have to. What's it worth?
It's worth a lot of money. If it can be proved to be from Success, it should be in the range of possibly $10,000.
$10,000? Even a 1800s punishment whip used on convicts. If we couldn't nail down the ship, certainly.
Even if you couldn't nail that down, it's still worth $3,000 or $4,000.
Oh man, this
So
is
you have a very
great.
valuable item.
Peter gave me some amazing information about this whip. And now armed with that, I know that if I ever want to sell this thing, I could more than triple my money. Wow.
Take good care of it.
Oh, I will. And you know what? If I ever decide to get rid of it, it'll go to your collection.
I'd buy it from you, but I know you wouldn't sell.
Not yet. Not yet. It's amazing to be invited to this auction. I look forward to it the whole year.
Okay, we're gonna start off the auction here tonight with the slave collar here. Nice little collar. It's a dungeon collar, folks. Sold it, $300. The next item up to bid here is the iron padlock. Sold it, $2.5. Sold it, $650. Sold her, $2,100. Late arrival here, there's Dan. Hey, Dan, I hope you brought your thick wallet tonight, sir.
I started seeing this guy about 2 years ago showing up at auctions and even bidding online against me, and people had told me later it was him that had done it.
Alrighty, folks, change your tune. We're up to the 2-star items of the show. The executioner's hood and the coffin. Nice piece right there. Who's gonna start me off there at about $1,000? 500. Wow, a couple hundred quick. 4. Now the 5. I'm at a 4 now. 5 go 5. 7. I'm at a 7 now. 8 go 8.
800.
8. I'm at an 8 now. 9 do 9.
13.
I'm at a 9. 13. I'm at a 13. Now 14. Get 14. Do the 14. Go 14. I'm at a 13 now. 14. Go 14. Sold it. $1,300.
I'm pissed off I didn't win that coffin. But you know what? Now I have more money to go after that executioner hood, and I'm going home with it.
Next item up for bids here, folks, is the Scottish Hangman's hood. Very, very rare. Most of these were destroyed right after the executioners retired. Who's going to start me off on the bidding of that at about $2,000? Wow, 15. 1,000 and go then.
1,000.
I'm at 1,000 now. 11 go 11, make her 11 and 12. Go 12, gets 12, do 12.
13.
13. 14, get 14, 14 and 15. I'm at 14 now. 15 go 15, make her 15.
15.
15 now. 17 and a half, make her 17 and a half. 17 and a half and 2.
21.
I'm at 21.
25.
25. I'm at 25 now, 3. I'm at 25 now, 3, go 3, get 3. Think you could, think you should, think I would. I'm at 25 and 3. Sold.
Yes!
$2,500.
Right on. What an auction. I mean, I didn't get the coffin, but I did get the Scottish Hangman's hood. And that for me means it was a score and a great day. But now I have to switch gears and get into another mode. A young man is coming by to take my daughter to her first dance.
You must be Mr. Santini.
Nice hat. Respect. Tell me a bit about yourself. Do you collect anything?
No.
I do. I collect ancient torture devices. This thing here was called a face puller, and it went right over someone's face, and they pull the face right off a person. Isn't that awesome? So, you know, when you shake a man's hand, that's a sacred bond. But back in the day, they had this. If you broke your word, like, for instance, what time you get home at night, they crush your fingers between those plates. Do you agree? Promises are very important?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good, you know. This thing here, check it out, man. It's got these spikes on the inside. First, they take a person's hat off, so this could fit over top of the head. See all these sharp points? They twist the handle, and the entire top of the person's head would disconnect.
Oh, sweet.
Oh my God, where's the limo?
So much better than a limo.
I think this is your limo.
This is your ride, kids.
She's gonna kill you.
Yeah, probably.
You.
Hey, Hayden, just remember, man, 11 o'clock.
I'll make it 10:50, sir.
Sir, right on. Good boy. Smart kid.
Have fun, guys.
Have fun, man.
Bye.
Dance the night